beauties, welcome back. So today's video is going to be a little bit different because it's actually a contest entry. It Cosmetics is holding their next It Girl contest, and so this is going to be my entry for that video. It's a really cool contest. You get to win like lots of money, lots of products. You get to go meet the CEO of It Cosmetics, and it's just a really cool contest. So I'm really excited to be entering this contest, and the theme of the first round is your most beautiful you. And when I first thought of this theme, I thought a lot of people would be like, well, your most beautiful you should be when you're barefaced and au naturel, and you should own your beauty and blah blah blah. But to be honest, my most beautiful me is when I have lots of makeup on, because I love makeup, and don't we all just love to use makeup to enhance our beauty and make us feel a little bit more confident? And isn't that why the beauty industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry? Because every girl and guy wants to make themselves feel a little better, and why not do that with some lipstick or some lashes or some foundation? Because right now I am over the makeup shaming. Like, I am so done with people saying that you shouldn't need makeup. You shouldn't feel like you have to cake your face on to feel beautiful. Well, let me tell you one thing. This is my face, and I'm gonna put whatever the hell I want on it whenever the hell I want. I don't mean to be rude, but if you decided that you don't want to wear any makeup and that was your most beautiful you, I would never say anything to you. So let's stop the makeup shaming. Let's stop all the shaming, because what you do with your face is not anybody else's issue. So basically my video is going to be me showing you how I get my favorite look on myself. This is the look I go to when I want a no-fail, just gorgeous look that I feel the most confident in. So that includes kind of a simple eye with lots of lashes, because you know I love my lashes, and then a really nice kind of neutral glossy lip with a really full face, a nice glow. These are all the things I love. I'm going to explain it more in the video, but all I have to say to everyone out there is if your most beautiful you is not one stitch of makeup on, that's great. If your most beautiful you is you with just a little bit of mascara and some lip gloss, that's amazing too. If your most beautiful you is caked to the gods, contour on fleek, brows on fleek, lashes on fleek, everything on fleek, that is even more amazing. Well, not even more amazing, it's just as amazing. No matter how you want to look, that's the way you should look. And we should not be telling anybody that they have too much foundation on or their brows are too big or anything like that, because it's all up to you. However you want to present yourself to the world is the way you should be presenting yourself to the world. So I hope you all enjoy my video, and make sure you give it a thumbs up and share it with all your friends, because that's really going to help me in getting to the next round of this contest, which I'm super excited about, and I hope I do. But thank you all so much for watching. I love you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Hey pretty ladies, so we're going to start off with just a few seconds of appreciation for our natural beauty, because let's be real, we wouldn't have beautiful makeup if it wasn't for our beautiful faces underneath of it. So after we do that, we're just going to jump right in. I'm going to moisturize my lips with this It Cosmetics Lip Vitality Lip Flush, I think it's called, and it's basically just a really great lip balm that also gives your lips a little bit of a pink tint, so they look really, really pretty, even with nothing else on them. Then I'm going to go in and I'm going to put on some of this Smashbox Pore Minimizing Primer. I have fairly large pores, and just filling them and making my skin look a little bit smoother makes me feel way more confident, and it just makes my makeup over top look a lot better, and I just love the way it makes my skin look as a complete look, like when everything else is on. So I just press that into my pores, and then I move on to my foundation. This is the one I've been loving lately. It's the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte. I have dry skin, but I do like a matte finish because it doesn't make me oily throughout the day, or it doesn't slip and slide around my face. So I apply this with my beauty blender, and I like a medium to full coverage. Not because I have problem skin or anything, I just think if you're gonna put on makeup, why not put on as much as you can? Am I right? Not everybody thinks that, but I just like a full coverage. I'm that kind of girl. Makes me feel more confident, happier with the way my makeup looks over top, and I just love a good full coverage. So I put this on with my damp beauty blender because that's the way it looks, not cakey. And then I'm going to go ahead with this Maybelline Master Conceal and highlight and conceal under my eyes, because that is also another step that I love doing that makes me feel so much better. I just love a great bright under eye. I do have pretty dark circles because I don't get that much sleep. I'm a college student. So brightening under there just makes me feel so much more wide awake, and I just love it. So I go in once again with my damp beauty blender and make sure that it's all nice and seamless and blend it out. Your beauty blender is going to be your best friend for any makeup look. Then I'm just going to go ahead and set it with this NYX highlight powder. I don't like to set my whole face, I just like to set where I put my concealer because I do have normal to dry skin, so I don't necessarily need it all over my face, but I don't want my concealer to crease because that makes me very angry when it does. So I just make sure that that concealer is locked in place. Now I'm going to go into this IT Cosmetics like bronzing blush highlight trio disc thing. It is the most amazing product ever. Like, oh my god, I died. But I'm going to take that bronzer shade on this big fluffy IT Cosmetics powder brush. I'm just going to go ahead and bronze up my skin. I do have a pretty big forehead, which I embrace, but at the same time, I like to bronze it to slim it down a little bit. And I just love to bronze my skin because I like to have more color on my face than I naturally have. So I go ahead and bronze and buff it out on my face, and then I'll go in with a little bit more bronzer on a contour brush and just sharpen my cheekbones just a little bit, just to give my face a little bit more structure, because when you put on your foundation, you're going to have to go in and add shape back to your face just a little bit. Then I'm going to go in with this blush from the disc, which is like my favorite color ever. It's like a peachy pink, a little bit shimmery, very similar to like NARS Orgasm. Oh my god, I'm obsessed with it. And this was so pigmented, so I just buffed that on my cheeks with a large angled contour brush. I like to buff my blush in a lot because I like it to be nice and blown out. So I just go ahead and do that. And then I'm taking this little liquid highlighter that came in my BoxyCharm this month. It was kind of a random product that I didn't really expect to like, but I'm obsessed with it. So I'm going to take that on a damp beauty blender. This is the way I like to apply it, and put that on the high points of my face as I usually would. I am going to layer my highlighters today because I love doing this. You guys know I love a maximum amount of glow. So to get that, I like to layer a liquid highlighter and then put on top of it a powder highlighter. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on with my damp beauty blender and make sure it's all nice and blown out and blended into the skin, because liquid highlighters can be a little bit hard to work with if you don't blend them out like good enough. So I just take extra time and make sure it's all nice and blended out, and it gives you such a gorgeous natural kind of dew. But then, to make it a little less natural and a little more intense, I took that powder highlighter from that same trio that I used for my bronzer and my blush, and I just packed that right on top of that liquid highlighter, and it was as intense as I wanted it. I love an intense glow. I love to glow to the gods. I am A-Lo, and I just like to glow like J-Lo. That's it. And now we're going to take a bunch of time on my brows. I'm using the Brow Power, I think it's called, from IT Cosmetics. This is like my new favorite brow pencil. You guys know I love my Anastasia, but this one has been like a lot quicker to do my brows. I've been loving it, and it stays on all day, and I'm just obsessed. So I go ahead and fill in my brows as big as I want them. I get a lot of hate on my brows, but I've gotten hate on my brows literally my entire life. Since I was like in elementary school, people have been making fun of my eyebrows, and at this point in my life, I just embrace them. I love big brows. If another girl has big brows, I always compliment her. I just think if you've got a big brow, why not embrace it? I don't understand what's wrong with a big brow. But if you don't have a big brow, just fill in your brows, whatever natural shape you have. Your brow shape is fit for your face. You were given those brows because they fit your face well, so don't try to change your eyebrow shape or make it look like mine or anybody else's. Fill in your brows going by the shape of your natural brow. And then I like to go in with a little bit of concealer just to carve them out a little bit, and because I get a little lazy sometimes and I don't like to pluck my eyebrows every single day, even though they grow in like every single day. So sometimes I have to go in with a little bit of concealer and make sure that all of those stray hairs are a little bit more hidden and not in my face. So I just do that, and I also just think it makes my eyes look a lot cleaner and my eyebrows a lot more crisp. So I love doing this step. I know other people think it's harsh, but I honestly do this every single day. Then I'm going to go in with this gorgeous IT Cosmetics Naturally Pretty palette. This is the Volume 1, and do you see these warm tones on this side? You guys know this side of the palette was calling my name. So I first took this soft brown color. I don't remember the name of it, but everything will be listed down below, so don't you worry. I'm going to take that on an E40 brush from Sigma and buff it into my crease and blow it out nice and smokily, because that transition shade needs to be as blown out as possible. This is like my favorite step in any look. A lot of times I just put a transition shade in my crease and then highlight my inner corner, and that is all the eyeshadow I do. But today, for my go-to look, I just buff this on first. And then I went in with this slightly deeper kind of orange color on an E25 from Sigma, and I put this more directly in the crease, focusing most of it on the outer corner. This is going to add a lot more depth to the eye and a lot more warmth, which you guys know I love my warm tones on my eyes. So I'm going to make sure that is all nice and blown out and buffed out, but still a little bit more detailed in the crease because it's going to give my crease more definition. And then I went in with this Java shade, I think it's called, and it's like a darker, rich brown. And on that same E25 brush, I'm going to pop this on the outer corner to add more depth and a little bit more smokiness and sultriness to the eyes. I don't like to use black on the outer corner, especially for like a daytime look or anything that's not a smoky eye. I think it's a little bit too intense, but I do like using a dark brown to deepen up my eye look. And then I actually went in with the highlight shade that we use on our cheekbones because my favorite lid color for an everyday look or just my go-to look is usually the same color as my highlighter that I use because I like really metallic kind of champagne highlighters. So a lot of times I just go in with whatever highlight I use that day because why not? Makeup has no rules. You can use your highlighter as your eyeshadow. So I just took that on a flat shader brush and popped it on my lid, and then also my inner corner of my eyes, and then also my brow bone. So one eyeshadow does 3 different things for you. Isn't that perfect? So I just go ahead and do that, and it is like the most amazing lid color for an everyday look ever. Like, I love doing this, especially if you do your makeup on the go. You only have to pack your highlighter and you don't need to pack 2 things. So isn't that amazing? And then I went in with this gel eyeliner pencil from It Cosmetics, and instead of doing a kind of harsh liquid winged liner, I went ahead and I kind of softly lined my upper lash line with this first, just doing a very thin line because one of my favorite liner looks on myself is a kind of smoked out lash line. So I put that liner down, and then I took this flat definer brush and kind of blended it in, and then took the edge of that brush on the corner of my eye and winged it out so it's kind of soft and diffused, but still really sultry and beautiful. And then I took that same transition shade I used on my eyes on a small smudger brush, and I smoked out my lower lash line. You guys know I love a good smoked out lash line, and this really ties in your whole look. It makes the top of your eyes kind of tie into the bottom of your eyes and makes everything look much more seamless. So I just buffed that out nicely on my lower lash line to give a little bit more eye definition. And then I took whatever was left of that black eyeliner on that flat definer brush, and I just kind of connected it to the top lash line on the very outer corner. I don't really do harsh lines in my waterline on an everyday basis, but for this I wanted just a little bit more definition. Now I went in and curled my lashes. This is one of my favorite steps. It makes a huge difference if you're wearing false lashes or even just normal mascara. It just makes your lashes look so much bigger and more full and fanned out. And every single time I do it, I get afraid that my eyelashes are going to pull out. And then I took this It Cosmetics really cool mascara. I can't remember the name, but once again, will be listed down below. And I just coated my lashes with a coat of mascara. This mascara was really great, and I would have loaded on a lot more coats had I not went in with false lashes, but you guys know, on a day that I want to look my best, I definitely want to go in with some nice falsies. But before I did that, I went in with my lower mascara, which is the It Cosmetics Tightline Mascara. Oh my god, you guys, I am obsessed with this. It makes my lower lashes look incredible. Every time I wear it on my lower lashes, I get so many compliments and people ask me what I use and how I got my lower lashes so long, and it just makes me feel so happy. So I just did a quick coat of that on my lower lashes. And then I went in with my favorite false lashes ever, which are the Voila Lash from Esquito. They're nice and flirty and full and gorgeous and mink, so they look nice and flirty. Then for lips, I like to go with a really nice neutral kind of pinky nude lip. So of course I had to go in with Rose Brown Lip Liner. You guys know I can't get enough of this stuff, and I just go in and line my lips and kind of contour them a little by shading the outer corners and kind of fading it in. You don't want to do just a harsh line around your lips because that isn't going to look very natural when you put your lipstick over it. So you got to make sure that you blend those edges and on the inside of your lip so that it doesn't look too harsh. So I'm just going in and making sure to line my lips. I do overline them a little bit just because I like a nice pouty lip, but then I go in and shade the outer corners and make sure I smack my lips together a bunch because that is the easiest way to get your lip liner to blend. And then I go in with my favorite lip gloss, which is the NYX Mega Shine Lip Gloss in Beige. It's a really pretty pink color, and I just put that right over top. Sometimes I like to do no lipstick because it's a little bit high maintenance, and this just makes my lips look a little bit more natural and like my lips were just born this pouty and glossy. I know that's not true, but I love it. And once you do that, you're basically done with the look, and this is me being goofy because that's usually how I feel when my makeup's done. I get a little bit goofy afterward.
Okay ladies, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I know it was less of a tutorial and more of a just how I get my makeup the way I want it. But that's because everybody's go-to look, everybody's most favorite makeup look is going to be different. But I obviously wanted to show you my favorite look and give it a try. It might become your new favorite because I absolutely love it. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up and share it with all your friends on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, everywhere. Because it would really help me out a lot and I appreciate it so much. I love you all so much. Thank you for watching and look out for my next video. It's going to be a good one.